Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Ooh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I wanna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Corsicana, Texas. What's up, Dallas Fort Worth? What's up, Houston, Texas? Welcome back to another episode of the Burning Coals Podcast. I'm your show host. We are your show hosts. I go by the name of Miss Note Our Reactions. Right there on the side of me, we got our old man, the myth, the legend. He goes by the name of B-Dub, Bougie Weirdo. Give it up for Bougie Weirdo. Coming into the show, the man, the myth, the legend. He goes by the name of Gentleman Jamal. And last but not least, we got our first lady of the Burning Coals Podcast. She goes by the name, the beautiful, the talented Miss Educated Queen. Give it up for Educated Queen. Yes, indeed. So, we are the Burning Coals Podcast. Here's where we have fire interviews, hot topics, burning questions, serious conversations, and we say what needs to be said on this particular show. How are you guys doing on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday? We're doing absolutely wonderful over here. But I want to let you guys know also, before we get into some great content, we do have a comment section available. If you want to comment on the show, you can, you want to put your comment in the comment screen, we'll definitely be able to read your comment on this show, and we'll post it, and you'll definitely be able to see it as well. Or if you want to be able to come on to the show and you want to give your shout out, you want to come at either one of us, you want to say, hey, B-Dub, that shirt you got on, the Texans paraphernalia and everything you got going on with your shirt and your background, you want to give them a shout out with that, please do so, all right? Because we definitely love it. But hey, again, you guys got to make sure you should be super respectful, because if not, if you can't handle it, you can't get in. If it's too hot in the kitchen, you need to get out or whatever, because we definitely will go back at you. But now that we got all the ground rules and everything out of the way, panel, we got to give it up. B-Dub, how are you, my friend? How are you on a beautiful Wednesday, my guy? B-Dub, you are low.
I think I was on mute.
I meant to say Tuesday. I'm sorry, I said Wednesday, but it's Tuesday.
Yeah, getting ahead of ourselves.
Right. We're getting ahead of ourselves. That's okay though. That's all right. But Tuesday.
Nah, it's good, man. Just stay hydrated, man. Stay hydrated. It is hot. It is disrespectful hot. I think Texas is trying to run some of those all those people that influxed in from California and from other places. I think Mother Nature trying to run them out of Texas.
Man. So, but you know what, B-Dub, like we've been here living here so long with them, man. It's like this type of weather. It's like you can't get used to it, man. You can never get used to it. It's always uncomfortable. And like even when you go like try to, cool out up under like a shade tree or something, it's not working, brother. It's not working at all. Just that hot air blowing on you and everything like that, man. It's just rough.
Yeah, it's different, man. I wouldn't say I think I was used to it at once upon a time, but last 4-5 years or so, it's like every year it's just different. It's just something new. It's either hot like we ain't never had before, or maybe it's just regular hot, but the humidity is just crazy, or more rain, more freezing. Yeah. I was watching something on the news today. They was talking about in the morning time.
Right.
It's so hot that normally in the morning time, the temperatures are below 80. But like recently in the morning, like early morning, the temperature be already 80 plus, like early in the morning. That's how hot it is. Yeah. So it's like the atmosphere, the earth is like, it's not even cooling off fast enough overnight. So by the time the sun come up the next day, it's still like, kind of hot from the day before.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's wow.
Man, that's crazy, man. It's crazy. But you know what? Like we're close to the summer. I don't even know if it's the summer month yet, but we are so close to where now you're gonna start seeing the heat strokes. Cause this is a football state. This is a football state. So you're gonna start seeing heat strokes at a all, it's, I ain't gonna say all time high. I'm just gonna knock on wood on that, but we're in the heat stroke period where people are dehydrating and heat strokes and things like that or whatnot, man. So we definitely in that era right now, the danger zone.
And not only athletes, man, people at work.
Yeah.
I had a couple of weeks ago, I had heat exhaustion.
Oh yeah.
One of the maintenance guys at my job passed out twice.
Yeah.
From the heat. So you got to stay hydrated. And I'm a person that drinks a lot of water. So for me to get dehydrated or have heat exhaustion, that's saying a lot, because water is basically all I drink, and I love water. I drink probably a gallon and a half of water a day, but just sweating so much, you ain't even got to be doing too much. Just being in the building or just going outside, in and out the, man, it's just it's wild. It's very hot, and I just encourage people to stay hydrated, man. Stay away from those energy drinks if possible, because that stuff just make you even more dehydrated. Soda, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Get you some. They have some stuff. My wife be buying. They call Liquid IV. It's kind of like little flavor packets, but it has just minerals in it and stuff it's basically the same stuff that Gatorade or energy drink might have in it, but without the sugar and stuff. So it doesn't have the sugar in it. So
yeah.
But
what about cucumber water and watermelon water? Freshly squeezed
watermelon
cucumbers.
Water.
You know what I mean?
You want some of that nigga water? Let me get some of that watermelon. No, but
yeah.
I did hear cucumber water. I did hear something, but I don't want to say, because I don't want to lie, tell nobody wrong. But I know the flavor, because I drink cucumber water sometimes. Like, you make the infused water just for the flavor with a cucumber and a little mint. But I think I did hear something one time that it is good for your hydration, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so I don't want to put that out there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but you guys, we got to make sure we let you guys know we're not no doctors here. All right. We're not doctors. So make sure that, if you guys go with the physician of your choice, make sure you get permission and all that with your physician, because all the stuff that we're talking about, these are different things that we've definitely tried or whatnot. But like I said, we're not physicians at all. So make sure you just don't, before you do any of that, whatever, consult with, your doctor, your physician, your choice. So just kind of put that out there. All right. So, man, we got some good stuff for you guys tonight with this episode of the Brandon Coles podcast. We got this show. We got it. We call it Guns and Butter. If you guys haven't seen that, we just kind of we titled it that just because of Baby Boy. If y'all understood what that was coming from, whatever. But everything we talk about tonight is going to be concerning about guns and butter. So
you got to learn the difference between guns and butter.
I've been wanting to do it.
There are two type of niggas in this world. They're niggas with guns and niggas with butter.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So, first discussion topic, we're gonna have a discussion about the one and only from ESPN. I believe she's ESPN analyst or NFL analyst. I believe it's ESPN. She's a journalist reporter, Miss Malika Andrews. So Malika Andrews is in the hot seat again, B-Dub. And from what a lot of people have been saying, is Malika Andrews, she has been after black men, just throwing black men up under the bus. Anytime there's an opportunity when she's reporting or when she's going live with the ESPN channel or NBA draft, NBA or whatever the case may be, whatever whatever she does as far as like reporting on in the journalistic world, whenever it comes a chance for her to take a stab at black men, it ain't never good, B-Dub. Kwame Brown has said something about Malika Andrews. Dez Bryant has said something about Malika Andrews. A lot of black athletes have said something about Malika Andrews and how she likes to tear down black men. But the latest thing that Malika Andrews has done, she was at the NBA draft, and the number 2 draft pick, which was by the Charlotte Hornets, they had drafted a gentleman by the name of, I believe his name was Brandon Miller. He's out of Alabama. And right in the middle of the segue of talking about the draft, Malika felt the need to bring up a gun incident that this guy was allegedly involved in, but he was not charged at all, B-Dub. And Malika brought it up and brought it out there, and it was just an awkward. If you actually watched that live, it was an awkward feeling for her to actually do that. And then people, once the segue was over with, social media got caught on fire because they are connecting the dots with all the things that Malika Andrews has been a part of when it came to black men. B-Dub, with you knowing everything about this article or you heard anything about it, what are your thoughts about everything with Malika Andrews? Is this woman poisonous or not?
Well, first of all, let me say this.
Let's talk about it, B-Dub.
Let's just clarify this for the people who are calling for her job and saying she need to be taken off. She's not going nowhere.
No.
This is what ESPN wants. This is what they've been wanting. And I said this before. I think they low key trying to use her along with Stephen A. Smith. They're trying to create something, or they were anyway. They were trying to create something to counter FS1 and Undisputed. Because Undisputed had become the more popular show, which started bringing more attention to FS1 as a channel at Fox Sports, period. So a lot of the Fox Sports shows were growing an audience. And we know ESPN, if you look at the numbers, their audience has been slowly declining over the years overall. I think First Take is still one of the top shows. But like just ESPN in general, the viewership has gone down.
Yeah.
Because Malika Andrews, she started out, for anybody that don't know, she started out as a online contributor to ESPN Online back in, I want to say 2017, 2018 or whatever. And, she started, at some point in time, she started just having these wild takes on certain things. And it was creating a buzz online, and then so they moved her into a sideline reporter, had her doing little stuff on camera here and there, and obviously she eventually became an official analyst on some of these shows. Now, so I that's why I say she's not going nowhere. They saw what she was doing and all the crazy and wild stuff that she was saying towards players, predominantly black players.
Right.
It seemed to keep getting her promoted more and more. Like she say a bunch of crazy stuff online. Okay, let's put her on the sideline. So that's that, right?
Yeah.
Now getting to this particular issue, I didn't watch the draft, but I saw the clip.
Okay.
She wasn't even comfortable saying it. I look at her body posture and the way she delivered it is like. She knew it was it's like she was waiting for a moment. She had it in her mind. She already decided that I'm going to start some ish and I'm going to put this out there. And it's like when that moment came, she was just waiting. And then she just forced it out there because it had no relation to anything that was going on in this young man's life.
No, it did not. No.
She's making herself, in my opinion, she's making herself and ESPN liable for defamation. Because he's been steadfast that he did not give nobody no gun. He never touched no gun. There's no evidence of him touching no gun. There's no proof, no nothing. This was merely hearsay that has never been proven. So to me, in my mind, that's kind of like defamation. And then, he did eventually end up going number 2 overall to Charlotte. But even that, now people are looking at that. Because they took him over the other dude that everybody thought was going to go number 2. His name just slipped my mind. But they was expecting this other guy to go number 2, but they ended up taking Brandon Miller. So now people are looking at that kind of sideways and looking at Jordan sideways like, oh, he trying to tank the team. But he knew he was going to sell the team. So it's just a bunch of crazy stuff that people start throwing out there based off the comments that this lady made for no reason whatsoever.
Right.
It had nothing to do with nothing.
Right. B-Dub, she always I don't know if Malika Andrews can't read the room, but I'm like you. This man, Brandon Miller, at the NBA draft, he's there, he's excited with his family, his friends are there, probably his community is watching. For you to she didn't look uncomfortable to me, B-Dub, because that's what she does. Nobody steps in and put this woman in her place when she does this type of stuff when she does this type of stuff. And I believe that she's done it so much that it's to the point to where she can care less on how it looks, on how it feels, as long as she put it out there, and she does. And you know what, B-Dub? It's to a point to where I believe that she does it without even getting permission from ESPN to do it, because she's so comfortable with doing it. And the way she's so
probably by now, I'm sure she has a green light by now. It's ratings for them. They don't care. It's ratings for them.
Right.
And she's a black woman, so you can't really say nothing. Cause you know that whole thing right now, because so it's just like it's great for ESPN. First of all, she's being used, and I don't even think she realized it. Or maybe
she don't care though. But she don't care. She don't care.
She's doing master's work, so she probably good with it. I don't know, but it's just crazy to me because it's like she goes out of her way to do these things, and I don't think she had no problem with saying it. That's not what I'm saying. But I just felt like she knew it had nothing to do with nothing, so you could kind of, as I was watching the before and after as it played out on the replay. It's like you could almost just kind of see her mind working like, okay, here, I'm gonna throw it in right here. And then she just put it out there, and it wasn't really fluid. At least to me, it didn't seem fluid. It seemed a bit kind of forced because, like I said, she knew she wanted to put that out there, and she was just waiting for her right moment to do it. But there was no right moment because it wasn't relevant. Right. But like I said, we'll see. Only way she'll be in trouble, because ESPN is soaking it up. They loving the ratings. The only reason she would get in trouble is if he ends up suing her or the company for liability, which I think he might have a good case. It's not a guarantee, but I feel like it is. She ruined that man's night.
Yeah.
She ruined what was supposed to be the best night of his life, and it's bringing extra stuff because people that never knew about this stuff, now people are coming at his social medias and asking all these questions or making insinuations and all this kind of stuff. Like, to me, I see a case for libel, but we'll see.
G-Man, what's going on, my guy? How are you, my guy?
What's happening, fellas? How y'all doing?
Man, we doing pretty good, brother.
What's up?
Malika Andrews, what do you think about that whole scenario, G-Man, with her bringing up the incident that happened with the NBA draft pick when she brought up the whole gun incident at the draft party at the NBA draft? What you think about it, my guy?
First of all, go Cowboys. Get that established.
Yeah, go Cowboys.
Talking sports, but when I didn't like you. I didn't watch the draft. I didn't even watch the clip. I heard I heard about what she did, and in my mind, I first thought the same way B-Dub did. Like, there's a case for defamation, but it's not, because she didn't accuse him of doing anything. She just pointed out something that
he was involved in.
He was involved in whatever. She didn't say he did it. He was involved in it, one way or another. That was public information. That was, when it first broke, it was covered. It was, it's in police reports. It's public information. She didn't do anything. She didn't defame it. The timing of it and the fact that she brought up at that point, it was tacky. It was classless. It was uncalled for. But she didn't defame him. She didn't say, hey, she said, yeah, he was, he shot or he killed or he was responsible for whatever. No, she just like, he was involved in this particular case where somebody was murdered, which he was. Can't escape it. She didn't defame him, and there's an argument to be made as a journalist. She is responsible for mentioning. I wouldn't have done it. That wasn't a place for her. It's not her job to do it at that point. She should have talked about that when it happened. That was already passé. That had nothing to do with the draft. It was tacky. It was classless. But this is Malika Andrews. Y'all realize what y'all talking about.
Right.
Unfortunately, in Black society, we have a big dead wench population, to where we will have some of our Black women to do kind of this thing to their own men. Not that men don't do it. We have a group of coons and sambos that do it to us as well.
Right.
But we just got to call a spade, and that's just what it is. Like, she had nothing to gain by doing it outside of ratings, which is what she wants. She, obviously she's. This is not the first time she's been involved in kind of something to get the ratings up for Massive. And she's doing what Massive's paying her to do and petting on the head and giving her a butter biscuit to do. So we gotta put her in that category and just let her, like, all right, I'm good on her. Like, I'm good on her. Like,
yeah,
she's gonna do it. This ain't the first time, probably not the second time, and it dang sure won't be the last time, because they over there, ESPN up there doing the Birdman hand rub. So that's what it is.
Right. And you know what? But here's the thing, though, G-Man and B-Dub. See, a lot of these NFL franchises and these owners of these NFL franchises, these are billionaires and they got egos. When they're ready to lowball a player or they don't want to pay, they know they can go straight to ESPN, these ESPN reporters, these journalists, and they can put those, they know how to manipulate the whole thing to where a particular player bring up some dirty stuff or dirty information about that player, so that way they can bring the value of that player down. It's been known plenty of times that a lot of these sports teams, franchise owners, this is the move that they do. It's the oldest trick in the book. But with Malika Andrews, like I said earlier, I think she'll do it, like you said, G-Man, for butter biscuits. It's just that she's just that low of an individual when it comes to bringing down a lot. And it's sad to say, but it is black men that she does it to. She don't do it to no other men, no other race of people. But when it comes to your own, you never heard her throw out there when you remember when Ben Roethlisberger had that incident, she never brought it up. When Brett Favre had that incident, she never brought it up. It was another football player that beat up a sister. She never brought it up. But you remember when everything happened with Ime Udoka of the Boston Celtics, and he was with that white woman, and she defended that thing tooth and nail. But again, when that white football player beat that sister up, she was nowhere to be found. You see what I'm saying? It's that's the type of stuff that that's the things that Malika's very well known, and she don't even straddle the fence. It's like she's very one-sided when it comes to us versus the white athletes or whatnot. So that's how Malika Andrews is. B-Dub, what you guys think about that one?
I don't want to talk about Malika Andrews no more.
I'm with it. I'm good on that.
Right. Okay. We're gonna definitely move it on along. So you guys know how we feel about Malika Andrews. I think she's a weirdo, and I think that she's wrong for a lot of things that she pulled. So that's my take on it. And we're gonna move to the next one. So the next story is going to be, we're going to talk about the Florida football player. B-Dub, what is the guy's name again? The kid's name? Randolph. Travis Rudolph. So if you guys don't know Travis Rudolph, he was actually in court defending himself, fighting for his life. He had killed an individual on his property, and also he has injured another guy that was involved in this shooting. But Travis Rudolph, he's a University of Florida State football player. And if you look at his if you go website and look up Travis Rudolph, you'll see that he had a scenario. He had an incident that went live on social media where he had ate lunch with a autistic kid in the cafeteria. I think this is when he was his first year with Florida State, but he had ate lunch with this autistic kid and it went viral. So now fast forward to everything that's going on with Travis Rudolph now. He was involved with this shooting, and allegedly some ex-girlfriend or somebody that he was dealing with had these two gentlemen come over to his house for some type of incident to where she was pissed off at the guy or whatever. But anyway, one gentleman ended up losing his life and the other gentleman ended up being injured. So Mr. Rudolph end up winning his case. They didn't find him. They didn't charge him with the murder or with him doing the incident, shooting, injuring the other gentleman, whatever. So, B-Dub, G-Man, do you guys think that this whole Travis Rudolph incident where someone life was lost, you think the court system got it right with this one? B-Dub, G-Man?
Yeah, they definitely got it right. The problem is it should have never lasted this long. If I'm the judge, I don't know how much I know about it or seen about it, but if I'm the judge, just from her testimony alone, the ex-girlfriend, just her testimony alone, I would have threw that case out. This man done lost 2 years of his life. More than likely, I hope not. Time will tell, but more than likely, he's lost his opportunity to play in the NFL.
Looks like that. It looks that way. Looks that way.
It's crazy. She texted her brothers. Well, first of all, she was the aggressor. Let's go there first. She lied now and said that he did some things to her that the doorbell camera proved to be not true. She was definitely the aggressor. She attacked him. He never retaliated outside of, grabbing hands or, trying to keep somebody from hitting you. He never put his hands on her or returned fire. She was hitting on him. Now, was she justified being mad? Yeah, absolutely. So let's get that out the way. He admitted there's a particular friend of his that she asked him about in the past, and he said, "No, just a friend. This is just what we got going on. Cool." Then she asked about it again, or she went through his phone. Actually, his brother came over. He went to go greet his brother at the door or whatever. By the time he got back to the living room, she done went through his phone and seen some messages, and she asked him about this chick again, and he told her, we just friends. Well, okay, maybe it might be a little bit more than just friends, but nothing. Whatever. It hadn't gone nowhere yet, but maybe we do have feelings for each other. That type of deal. To which she blew up. Well, actually, she didn't blow up, according to him. They argued about it like a regular argument, whatever. And then they broke up. In his mind, they broke up. She said they was doing whatever. She was leaving or getting ready to leave. And then he was like, wait a minute. You going through my phone. Let me see your phone. And then that's when she really blew up and got defensive. Because come to find out, this chick got a whole husband. She's married, which she says, she alleges they are separated. I've been hearing different stories on it. So to me, married is married. Y'all still married.
That's
and
why
she never
he
told
wrong.
him.
How a married woman gonna go through my phone and then get mad?
Exactly.
Right.
So,
right.
So anyway, it blew up. She threatened him, told him her brother was gonna come over there and F him up and gonna kill him and whatever, this and that. So that's number one. She verbally threatened him and said, "This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call my brothers. They gonna come over here. They gonna F you up. They gonna kill you." Right? Now, her brothers show up to his house.
Right.
Bamming on the door.
Right.
One of the dudes had, I don't know if it was a brother or a friend, one of the dudes had his shirt off, but they at his door, bamming on his door. So in his mind, okay, she wasn't playing. She was for real. So now I'm in danger. And he had the gun at that time, but he put it down. Because he said, at first he thought it was the police knocking on the door. 'Cause that's how they was, bamming on the door like the police. So he put the gun down, but he had it close by. He recognizes one of her brothers. His mom is there. So he like, they're not gonna do nothing for my mom. These people, they done came to my house, they done broke bread, they done told my mama they love her, and we, this is, it's not gonna be that. So he sets the gun to the side, opens the door, they try to attack him or whatever. Now, so he goes back, he grabs the gun. They retreat back to the vehicle, but when they back up, the window comes down, somebody holds a gun out the window. And after, like Dave Chappelle said, after that, buckshot. That man defended himself. So Yeah, I
Right.
think he was justified to. I think it was self-defense. I think it was justified, and I don't even think he should have been in jail or on trial for the last 2 years.
This thing should have been grand opening, grand closing. It shouldn't have lasted no 2 years for them to put this whole thing together and drag this whole thing to where it's at now. You should have let this man go a long time ago. He was at his home. They brought danger and everything to this man home. This man defended himself. In the state of Texas, they probably would have gave this man a freaking medal on that one. You know what I mean? Because the woman had brought all this on herself. If anything, you charge that woman. You want to charge, find something to charge a woman with or whatnot. Because
that's what I didn't understand. I don't understand
you
why
are responsible. You are responsible for the lives of these two individuals that you have put. You put them in harm's way when you did what you did because you were upset using your feelings about everything that transpired.
Are you saying hold a woman accountable?
I'm saying hold the woman accountable, G-Man. I am on this one. Hold her accountable. Hold her accountable. A man life was lost and another man was injured because of this woman, and then now it's all out there, and then you want to try to put on your fake persona and this fake go inside the courtroom with this fake face on it and try to sound like you were so innocent. That's bothersome to me because you didn't have that same energy when everything had kicked off. You see what I'm saying? That's disgusting. Very disgusting.
Oh, but it didn't last long though. Go back, watch the cross examination. See, her lawyers, they tried to play that role or whatever, and you thought that his defense attorney chopped up butt up, had a hostile on the witness stand.
It's easy, but that's easy to get hurt. That was any defense attorney would have definitely ripped that one to shreds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
she lied to the cops. She lied to the court.
Right.
And then tried to go back and get upset like the attorney was doing something wrong for calling her out on her lies.
Yeah. So, G-Man, what you think about it, my guy? You haven't really said much on that one. What you think about it?
I think it shouldn't. That should never been a trial.
No, right? You wasting taxpayers' money.
There's no way I should be tried for a lady calling her goon squad over here to handle me.
Right.
With violence in my own house. Because she got mad about what she went, as she admitted, going through my phone while I'm not there, and you saw some stuff. No, you play stupid game, you win stupid prizes. You found what you was looking for. Now you mad, and now you call on your brother, like, you know how it went. Oh, I'm gonna get my brother and my cousin, and they're gonna come over and mess you up. Why? Because because I'm unfaithful to you, like you unfaithful to your husband.
Right.
Huh? Because I did what you did. I deserve a goon squad to get called on me. Right. And so you called them over there, and they came over there, puffed their chests out, and they got what they got. They played stupid games, they played stupid prizes. It's unfortunate that anybody was hurt or lost their lives. I'm not saying that, but it's all because she started it. Right. And for her to sit there and talk about this and this, I'm like, it don't matter. And it's the same one. We know somebody, she had a right to be mad. No, you don't, because you're a married woman. And you got with an athlete, what do you think he gonna do?
Right.
What do you really think an athlete is gonna do? He really gonna be sitting there just looking at you, as you admitted in court. You hadn't seen this man in months. He's an athlete. What you think he was doing? Sitting there, playing Call of Duty like me? No, he was out there doing what somebody who's a star athlete would do in Florida, of all places. And okay, you came over there. You waited good. You couldn't wait. Then leave that phone. You went through there, found what you were looking for. Congratulations. Give her a star, give her a trophy. She found a prize. You that man, just go ahead and leave. Say, I don't want to deal with you no more. You a dog. I'm gone. No. I'm calling my partners and my whoever, and they, I'm coming to defend your honor. All of them probably dogs. All of them probably dogging their women.
Right.
They got to come to her defense with violence.
Right.
If I'm a defend, I'm not going to come to the place where you got home field advantage to start nothing with you. That's your house. You got home field advantage. I don't know what you got in there. But y'all come over there trying to defend our honor for some reason, right? And then, like you said, you roll down windows in front of my house. How much you gonna come do something to me? You gonna get the same thing.
But G-Man, you talking about like they know that she was married. You over this man's house, like y'all.
Well, I'm saying
you didn't put
mine.
I'm saying
she come to my here over here,
right? But I'm talking about the goofballs who went over there.
Goofies.
Sorry, I'm sorry, man. I apologize, man. The men that went over there, like you knew that this woman was over another man's house that ain't her husband, and you go and load the clip up to go over there and cause some problems or whatnot. Nobody put this in motion to say, you know what, man, we in some bullshit over here. You know what I mean?
In some bull.
Right.
Over this married woman who mad because her side piece, who she hadn't seen in months,
right,
doing some other, like you said, that's when real men, that's like real men be like,
nah, that's some bullshit. No. Yeah.
I was like, you that man's gonna leave. Especially like he didn't put his hands on you or nothing like that. Like, just go.
Right.
Or stay and deal with it, because guess what? You got an athlete. Whether he's college enough, okay, he makes it to the NFL. You think he's gonna be sitting looking at you? No.
Right.
Actually, I think
you are married woman. You are a married woman over another man's house and got mad because you saw something else in his phone and you got a whole husband at home.
Right.
Get out of here. And then you didn't call the goon squad over there. He dealt with the goon squad as he should have, and it should have never even made it to trial.
Right. That should have been a grand opening, grand closing right there on the spot. Yep.
No, he was in the NFL. He was hurt. He wasn't active on the team right now because of injury.
Right. Well, I'm saying he's an athlete. He's a ball player. All right. What you think he's doing? What do you think he's doing?
And let's not forget. And this is the part that bothers me. And I was listening to this lawyer talk about it, and she was kind of explaining why they can't or won't bring charges against her, but it still didn't make sense to me, because she literally said, go over there and shoot his shit up. That's a hit. I mean, is that not a hit?
You said you ordered a hit. That's right. You ordered it.
You got a hit.
In Texas,
she's responsible for murder, and she's supposed to be charged
because they carried it out.
Not for your actions, that man will still be alive. You ordered a hit.
Because here's the thing. I was talking to my wife about this. I'm like, okay, let's say I say, Miss Know-It-All, hey, give me a ride to the store. Yeah, all right, cool. I'll give you a ride to the store. But I'm really wanting to go to the store because I know somebody that I don't like.
Yeah.
So we pull up to the store. I pull out the stick and let it off. Guess what? You going to jail for murder too. Well, we both going down for murder.
As an accessory too.
If that's the case, how can somebody who literally ordered a murder not be charged for attempted murder?
The same way they don't charge them when they make false accusations of rape or anything else. It just looks bad.
It does, right? Right.
We don't want to do this to the women, and that's why, like, there's no way she should have walked away with nothing. She ordered a hit, and the hitman got killed, and she walked away and went home to her husband.
Right, like
right.
Like, oh well, since he didn't complete the job, you good.
He really didn't. Yeah, he didn't do the job. He did. Oh wait, she's still going on to do whatever she want to do. This makes no sense.
And then, as soon as it happened, and she realized her brother got shot and the other dude got killed, first thing on her mind, delete the text.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because they can't get it. Once I delete it, it's gone.
Right. It's not like there's a cloud or anything. It's not like it's gonna be on his phone or nothing. Nah. Oh shit! Oh damn! He got died. He killed. He got shot. Okay, let me delete this text telling y'all to go over there and shoot his shit up.
Yep. Yep. But you know what? She's the type of person that's more dangerous than the hitman. You know that, because you giving orders and people are, whoever you ordering, whatever, they come and actually do the job that you told them to do.
I blame his grown behind for letting her get him. You let this woman talk you into getting killed, basically.
Right. Yeah.
A married woman.
You
let a married woman talk you into getting killed because she saw her side dude was talking to a chick and she got a whole husband at home.
Well,
man, let me tell you, this is how people get killed. I've had to have some real come to Jesus moments with a couple of different family members, because that's something that they would do. They get into it with somebody. Oh, I'll get so and so, or I'll get so and so for you. No, the hell you won't. Don't put my name in nothing, because I'm not coming to do nothing to nobody because of whatever you got going on.
Right.
But people would do that.
But we notorious for it. But we notorious for it. I'm gonna get my brother. I'm gonna get my cousin. We notorious for that.
Yeah,
to handle some business when we can't do
only
it.
If you beat my family members up like that video that we. Now I'm gonna put calls on you.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk
because
about
you done broke her heart.
That's a whole different.
You done broke her
right
heart.
there.
I'm supposed to go over there and risk going to jail because
What
your
about
married behind got your heart broke by your side dude. Come on, man. We gotta. Hey, stop.
What about risk dying? Because that dude died. he died, man. Right.
Yeah, no dog in that fight.
He did not and died. See, there's always somebody out there that's badder than you. You think you bad, but you only, like Charleston White said, you only bad in your neighborhood that you bad in. Your little block you bad in. You hop outside that block, you ain't bad. You ain't bad like you think you are. There's some people out here that will do something to you, man.
But the sad part about dude dying is he was the friend, so that's on the brother. She texted her brother.
And then
he the one got the home. Hey, we finna go over here. Come ride with us.
Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All beat up my married sister. Got her heart broke. Let's go over there and kill it. Like, stop.
Yeah, somebody should have said, nah, bro, this ain't it. Yeah,
that should have been a reasonable mind between these grown men with they big age to say, nah, you got it.
Yeah. That just goes to show there's a
go home to your husband and cry like you've been doing.
There's a severe lack of logic and intelligence in that family, because she
just got some like surgery done, didn't she?
I think so.
Like BBL or something.
I believe so.
I
believe so.
She was always just
gone.
Low life, low hanging fruit. Just
all the above.
What we don't need in black society. I just have to put it out there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but like I said, we all agree. I think it's a unanimous decision when it comes to Mr. Rudolph. They found him not responsible for all this, even though people lost their lives and people were hurt. I believe that the jury made a decision on basically go ahead and just, exonerate this man and let him go. He did nothing wrong. This was all the fault. I believe it was all on the fault of this woman, and she should be charged for the lives of these people lives been changed forever. So that's my thought about it. And we can go ahead and move to the next topic. So the last and final discussion that we're going to talk about today, and before we do that, we got some people in the comment section we're going to go ahead and give shout out to. Myron SRT TV, appreciate you for joining the show, brother. He gave us a hand sign there. Rough Buddies too.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Bro, how do you not know this is Texas?
Oh, that's Texas. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know what that was.
Well, that's Texas. This is H-Town.
Right. Okay. I got
bro,
you. I didn't know.
You about to get kicked out the state. Come on, bro. You tripping.
And Brittany Simone, we thank you for joining the show as well. And she said that married woman incited violence on a man at his own home, and he had the right to protect himself and his property. He shouldn't have been charged. She should have old witch. Yeah, we agree 1,000% on all that or whatever. So we agree. Go ahead, G-Man. You on mute, G-Man. You're muting.
Before you say move on, I just look at that thumbnail of B. Simone. What was her name?
Brittany Simone? Yeah.
Hit me up.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, we hooking up on dates on the Burning Coals podcast. So we got
Burning Coals after the dark.
Yeah, Burning Coals only fan page. We got all that. So the next topic we're gonna talk about, this is gonna be the final one. There was a social media video that went viral of the incident between the man. There was a brother inside the incident that was shot and killed he assaulted some woman that was inside the restaurant, and they saying it was a 14-year-old son allegedly shot and killed this gentleman inside the restaurant. Well, the what led to that was that from the video that we saw, it was an argument that transpired between these two individuals, and everybody involved in this whole thing was black. So we got to definitely make sure you know that. But the black man was getting violent. He was getting loud, and he basically wanted the woman to stop talking to him and stop talking at him. And he told her that he was gonna get ready to hit her. She said another word. She said something. He said something else. He punched her in the face, and next thing you know, you hear a gunshot ring out. Dude lose his life. B-Dub, G-Man. When it comes to this situation here, I believe that they found her. They didn't charge her with nothing with her because at first they arrested the mom and the son, but they let them go and they didn't charge them at all. So they just recently got off on this. How do you guys feel about that whole situation? Who was wrong in that situation there? And people in the comment section, if you guys want to comment, definitely make sure you comment as well.
It's crazy. I was just reading Brittany's small comment.
Yeah.
The EQ, she's taking care of some stuff right now. She might try to hop on at the end if she can. Well, first of all, I don't know if y'all know this part how it started, but this is what I thought was crazy. When it initially happened, they charged both her and her son with first-degree murder. And the reason was, even though they had witness testimony, even though she gave her account of what happened to son, all this stuff, at the time, all they had was a surveillance from the establishment, which only showed her and her son, show her getting out, going inside, and then later it shows her son getting out of the car, and he never went all the way in. So he was kind of standing in the doorway, and then it shows him letting off around at this guy. Even though all the witness testimony and her story all gave more context to what actually happened, that's just what the news decided to go with, and they was calling this lady a murderer. Then they were saying that she sent her son to kill this man, her 14-year-old son, and a lot of crazy stuff. So I just thought that was kind of crazy. And, I always talk crap about, the court of social media, but this is actually one instance where it actually worked in somebody's favor, because the video, two people there had cell phone footage. One of them got the footage to the guy that was running for mayor in Chicago, the young guy, I can't remember his name, and he posted it, and then it went viral, and everybody got to see what actually happened. And then that's when they came back and dropped the charges. So I think that's crazy. But I'm real quick, and I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna let y'all talk about it, but I'm just gonna tell you what pissed me off. First of all, there's a whole grown dude that was standing right there 5 feet away, just looking, never said a word, never did nothing.
Yeah.
Then when he punched this woman, it sounded like somebody hitting a home run in a stadium. And he turned around and walked his ass away. Now,
and he kept that black and mild in his mouth.
He damn sure did.
And, the two people that recorded, okay, in a sense, it's good that somebody did record it so we could see what actually happened. But still, they didn't say anything either. They just sitting there recording. Like, okay, if you're going to record it, at least say something. Like, bro, chill. It ain't that serious or whatever. Or, hey, I called the cops. You better, like anything to try to de-escalate the situation. They just sit there and watched it play out. And then, whatever happened. And I'll get back on that later, but I'm going to chill for now.
G-Man, what you think, my guy?
I agree with Bougie. A lot of things failed in that video. And I don't know what actually led up to it. Obviously, some kind of dispute inside the restaurant. I don't know who said what. Doesn't matter. But this grown man sit there, all this. And you say one more thing on the night. He hauled off and teed off on this woman.
Yeah, he did.
Now, she didn't do nothing. I'm all for keep your hands to yourself, right? She didn't, in this case, she didn't do nothing to this. All this lip, that don't hurt nobody. You're a grown man. I would just thought, walked away. You don't get no points. That's sucker stuff, right? There was always a code that children for grown men. That's off limits. Somewhere that got lost, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, he hung off and hit her. I mean, he wound up like Bougie said, like crack, and then hauled off and did it again. What do you think a son is supposed to do? I would look at you crazy if you were a son on scene and you didn't do nothing. But before we get to that, there were other grown men there. That dude wasn't nothing. He was lightweight, right? The minute he saw him, I was like, bro, you ain't finna do nothing, right? But then if you hit her, you would hit her, it'd been 2 hits. You would hit her and I would have hit you. And that would have been the end of it, because you don't let men do that to women in your presence. And you dang sure as a grown man not holding no camera while another man is beating down a woman who ain't did nothing physically to this man. No reason for him to do that. And all those men there should be shamed. And they're not even men, you know. And I tell them that you ain't, you know, because we on YouTube, I won't use the words that I would use to describe them. But you complicit in it too, because you could have stopped it. So, and like, okay, think about it. That's your mom. This dude is teeing off on your mom. You ain't got to send me. You ain't got to say sick him. That's innately to a boy. This man is teeing off on my mom. He gonna have to pay for that. You ain't gonna keep teeing off on my mom, bro.
Yeah.
I wear the prison jumpsuit. I don't care.
Right.
So no, I think they got it right. Eventually, there should never been no arrest in that. Talking about she ordered him. What would, like, I was like, what like we always judge the laws like, what would a reasonable person do? What do you think a son is gonna do when this man is leveling, just teeing off on his mother? If you don't protect the women in your life, I don't know if you can call yourself a man.
Yeah.
Or a boy. Right.
Well, I would say this, and here's how I look at it. What's heartbreaking to me about this whole thing, you know, that all of it's heartbreaking to me, because when I look at it, when I saw it, I immediately thought about how much disdain, hate that we have for each other. That man teeing off on that woman like that, the way that woman talked to that man like that, the man ended up losing his life. The people that were standing around didn't even want to even get involved. They just sit there and watch this stuff happen. We do that all the time to each other. Instead of somebody, like B-Dub had mentioned earlier, instead of somebody just getting in there and say, hey, brother, chill out, calm down. You know, we got to get involved with stuff like this or whatever, so that way we can make sure that somebody don't lose their life on a dispute or argument and lose their life over unnecessary violence like this inside of a restaurant. Thank God nobody else was not hit. And the guy who did the actual assault and hit that woman, you know, he got what happened to him or whatever. But we got a problem in our communities, man. We just don't have no respect for each other. We are so quick and fast to, you know, try to bring each other or talk bad about one another, or, you know, if we got a chance, we'll take your life as well, you know. But it was just really, really just disgusting to actually see that happen. And I'm saying to myself, man, where did we go wrong at when it comes to how we treat one another? You know, we're the only, it's like we're the only race of people that do disgusting acts like this to each other. And it's unfortunate that, you know, everything that transpired and happened, it happened the way it did, whatever. But it's
out the house. That was the problem. They took the men out the house
because we don't know. Because G-Man, we don't know what was said leading up to that. You know what I mean? We don't know. We don't.
If a man raised him, if a real man raised him, that would have never happened.
You know, some people don't know how to control their temper like that when it comes to somebody talking at them. You know, some people don't know how to control themselves.
You know that. There's nothing a woman can say to me that's gonna make me haul off and crack her with all my strength.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Nothing she can say.
I'm with you.
And especially this woman alleged, you know, I don't know if they had any prior knowledge and all that, but I'm just saying that I don't even know this lady. And we arguing in a restaurant over catfish basket or chicken.
Whatever it was. It was goofy. Yeah, it was goofy.
That ain't like it's nothing to me to say, hey, I'm finna haul off and you better not say nothing. That's not a man.
Hey, G-Man, but hey, G-Man, let me ask you this though, G-Man. What if that was a white woman that talked to him? You think he'd hit that white woman like that?
Hey, no.
B-Dub, would he hit that white woman like that? The white woman would have said something to him like that? You think that would have happened?
Well, she wouldn't have been in the. She wouldn't have been in.
But if she was in there though,
anyway,
but right, that's why I said. It depends on where if they was in that same location, yeah, he probably would because he would have felt comfortable. But in any other neighborhood, absolutely not. But the thing about it is, he's not a man anyway. Because first of all, men go through a process, and the first step to resolving the issue is always conversation. He wasn't even trying to have no conversation because
he was emotional. He's very emotional.
How you gonna tell somebody don't say nothing else? Like last I checked, this ain't 1864. We post 1865. Slavery does not exist, at least not physically anymore. So you can't tell somebody don't say nothing or whatever. No, you saying what you saying. I'm saying what I'm saying.
Right.
Period.
If you hit a man in time, his wound will heal. And if you steal from a man, you can replace what you steal.
I had to hit that B-Dub. I'm sorry, my guy.
But let's talk about the other part of it too. You talk about how we treat each other as a community. Going back to the news thing, right? We talking about this is Chicago. This is a predominantly black neighborhood, and this was black newscasters that originally reported on this. Now, this woman has zero record, not even so much as a parking ticket. Her son is a good student, no record, never been in trouble for nothing. She's a licensed and legal gun owner, but they immediately tried to paint her as like the other chick. They tried to make her out like the other chick. Like she ordered her son to come kill this man. No, that's crazy. No, she texted her son, "Bring me my gun," because she felt in danger, which she is very much entitled to do. Now, the son took it upon himself, which, to G-Man's point, I think any son would. He came, he said, "No, don't worry about it, I got you." So we're going to, and basically let Buddy know, if you F around, you're going to find out. Well, he didn't get the lesson. He decided to F around, and he found out.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Like, just the way he hit that woman, I can't get that out of my head. Like, I'm telling you,
it was
like,
brutal.
I want to get the information to his funeral so I can fly to Chicago after the funeral over, dig his ass up, shoot him again, and put him back in the ground. Like,
it was brutal.
That's how I feel about how he hit that woman.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal. And he didn't hold back nothing, either, B-Dub. That was all his might, everything he had in him, all the hate he had. That was hate hit. That was hate hit there. He hit her with a lot of hate.
I guarantee you,
a lot of anger.
0% of that hate was toward that woman. He didn't know that woman. This is what happens. And I'm not trying to go sideways, but we got to talk about it.
What?
This is what happens when you don't have men raising men. He basically acted like a woman. He was in his emotions. I guarantee you, this dude was angry about something that had nothing to do with that woman. But in that moment, he couldn't control his emotions and he made a decision to take it out on her. Which leads me to believe, and I don't know, this is my speculation, whatever was going on probably had something to do with a man. A man that he wasn't going to test like that. But then you get into this altercation with this woman, and now you want to do to her what you wish you could have did to this other dude, but you was too punk ass to do it. So you're going to take it out on her. But, play stupid games.
Win stupid prizes.
Right. But B-Dub and G-Man, and like you guys said earlier, but the people that was there who saw this stuff go on, we had some grown people inside that place. Nobody stepped in and tried to tell this dude to relax, calm down. It ain't that serious. No, none of that. No, nothing. Come on, man. We losing, brother. We losing. Ain't no village no more, man. There's no village at all. A village would have would have gotten together and got that brother straightened out right there on the spot, it would not lead to him throwing no blows at this woman, him being killed, or none of that. Somebody would intervene, but nobody intervened in none of this at all.
Including owners of that business who take all that black money. They got to be included too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
right.
Yes, but y'all in there sucking, vulturing and siphoning money. They sat there and just watched it. And then I guarantee you, as soon as it was over, they left. They kept serving, keep bringing that money in.
Yeah, they got them
a whole bunch of system failures in that one.
Right. They kept on selling their fish sticks and chicken and all that or whatever, man. Catfish basket. They went on sold all that and sold out too. Sold out, man. Hell no, man. We gotta do something. We got to reprogram ourselves, man. It's disgusting, brother.
It starts with the man class though. Like, yeah, you know, we set the tone. Like, bro, that's nothing. Like, come on. And then other men supposed to keep other men in check, go in line. Like, obviously, you wasn't raised by a real man, but I ain't gonna let you hit on a woman like that. And typically, you always like, you know, sometimes you don't want, you know, you kind of want to mind your own business and people frictioning because you don't want to get caught up. But if we already starts to well on this, that was nothing for them, like just go in there and grab him. And especially if they all work like collectively, that dude he wasn't big guy.
No, he was not. No,
hey,
he was
dude,
not.
You hit her with all your might. She still stood. You ain't, bro.
Yeah, I definitely
ate it. She still ate it. You ain't no tough guy. They could have handled him easily.
And I definitely think there's a line. You know, there's a moral line. You know, I've been in public before where you see people kind of get into it a little bit, and your first reaction is to just watch, like, whoa, what's going on over there? I'm not saying to just jump up, but when it comes to a point where people start threatening violence toward each other, like the second he said, "Say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out," I would have been that dude in the back. Who you gonna knock out?
Because you can tell how serious he was, and the serious in his voice. Like, hey, this dude, he is there. He's at his limit. You knew that something was coming. Somebody should have jumped in. You know what I mean?
Even if you just went in there and say, "Hey, sister, let me just get you out of this situation."
Yeah.
I ain't trying to fight, dude. I don't know what he holding.
Right.
I don't know what he on, but hey, sister, come on.
Sister,
it ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it. Yeah.
Come on, sister, let's just go. It ain't worth all of that.
Right.
Something
should have been done. I'm not saying be Billy Bad Butt and go in there and knock it, but I'm saying at least like, hey, come on, sister, come on. Let's just go. You know, and do something instead of take off running, you know, like what I want to say, but I won't say.
Well, say it. This is what we say what needs to be said on here anyway. Hey,
everybody knows what I want to say, running like a
right. Yeah, there's so many, like G-Man was saying, there's so many breakdowns in that scenario. And the thing about it is what people don't realize, intervention could have saved his life. Like, and sometimes when people are emotional and they super emotional, you just need something to snap them out. Like if one person would just say, bro, look what you're saying. You talking about hitting a woman. Chill out. It ain't that serious. You know, just something to get his attention to maybe snap out of it and be like, okay, yeah, you know what? Or even if he didn't, like you said, okay, well, if he not going to be reasonable, at least go to her. Hey, listen, sis, this dude tripping. I get it. I understand. Just wait outside. What was your order? I'll bring your food to you. Like some type of intervention, whether it's verbal, physical, whatever. Somebody should have did something, and nobody did nothing. Like absolutely nothing.
Including the owners of that store, though. You got to lump them in there. I wouldn't have because everybody ain't built like that. I would have started with, all right, you know what? This ain't worth it. Let me just get her out of here. I'll bring you food. Like you said, I'll pay for your food. I'll get your food.
Yeah.
I'll get you up out of here. Let him do what he's going to do. Because the minute you can tell him, you're going to do that over here, you know, like Debo, beat her down, beat you down. You know, you may start something right there. I'll be like, hey, let me get you out of here, especially if ain't nobody else there. Because I don't know what you're holding. But I ain't going to let that happen.
Right.
So the easiest way, because you want to start the easiest, then we'll work our way up the continuum to where I got to knock you on out because dude wasn't nothing. He's lightweight. That would have been easy work.
Yeah.
But we want to avoid conflict at all costs. Like we too quick to go to conflict now. Hey, Just hey, all right, y'all chill. I'm gonna get her out of here. I'll bring you food. Go sit in your car with your son, with your strap. You good? I'm gonna bring your food out to you. Big man, go ahead and get whatever you gonna get, and we good, right?
Yeah.
Now he say anything outside of okay, all this is gone. You know how I play. But I'm gonna try to do like I'm gonna just say, come on.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
No,
it ain't worth it. Right. Hey, somebody at social media was turning it up. Somebody say he went in for a hamburger and came out with wings.
Bruh. Y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all gotta chill.
Social media is undefeated, brother, when it comes to stuff like that. So our girl Brittany Simone, we thank you for joining the show, Brittany. She's definitely watching. She said, I saw DV growing up on my mom, and I know exactly how the son felt. What can I do to help my mama? On the other side, as a mom, I never want to put my boys in a space where they have to defend me. And then she also says, nonetheless, she didn't order him to do anything. In my opinion, she is raising that young man to protect, which is part of being a man. Okay, yeah, we definitely see what you're saying now, Brittany. And we thank you for the comment and the support as well. So appreciate that so much. B-Dub, Gentleman Jamal, you guys got last words here before we go ready to call this one on the night?
All I'm gonna tell you is read what they say up under my name. Cause if you fuck around, you got about 8 different ways to find out. I promise you. That's all. Stand your ground. I love Texas. Stand your ground.
Right, nigga. This is a stand your ground state, so we don't play that out here at all. Everybody got guns, and we'll use them here in Texas. I don't know where no other state they gonna do like we do it here, but that's just how it goes down. Everybody got guns, so you better watch yourself when you're moving around out here. G-Man, what you got, my guy?
Just to reference the last story, men have 2 primary goals: protect, provide. And that means sometimes you have to stop the next man from doing something. Like you said, you could have saved his life and also kept her from being harmed. If you're there, do something. At the very least, call the cops. If a grown man sitting there filming a man assaulting a woman, you ain't no man. I said it. I stand on it. You want to come see me about it? We can do that. But on a lighter note, nobody told you they love you today. We do.
Already. So the burning coals give you the bag moment is this. We want to say make sure that you continue to protect yourself, and also make sure that you guys make sure that we are being safe out here, whatever, especially with these guns, because people using these guns, they are not being fair with them at all. And you got to be mindful and you got to be open on exactly what's going on, because you never know. It can definitely be your last life or whatnot. So we thank you guys for joining the Guns and Butter episode. And we appreciate you guys for joining us on the Burning Coast podcast. Guns and Butter, baby.
I give it about 2 months. You're going to wear that soundboard out. That mother gonna be smoking.
Yeah, it's going to be smoking. So that being said, we are the Burning Coals Podcast. We say thank you guys for joining another beautiful episode of the Burning Coals Podcast. See us next Tuesday, same time, same channel. You know how we do it. I go by the name Mr. Note Our Reactions. We got our guy Bougie Weirdo. We got our guy Gentleman Jamal. And First Lady Educated Queen. We say we love you. We miss you on this episode, but we're going to catch you on the next one. You guys, we love you. Peace.